Hey guys, welcome back to Erik Off Track. Let's go hiking. So, exploring new country day, pretty exciting. It's been a long time since I've been to a new place, so yeah, looking forward to getting out here and see what it's all like. Spent the last week or so checking in maps, and yeah, it's nice to finally be here. So, just walking down this really cool spur. There's been a burn through here pretty recently, so luckily that's taken out much of the undergrowth, which is always good. But what is it? It's got 3:45, so probably just over an hour of light lift. We've got just under 1 kilometre to travel, and then the plan is to find a bit of flat ground down in a creek and have a couple of days just to muck about. So guys, we're just following this pretty cool spur down to the creek. I looked at the top of the maps before we came out and decided this is going to be the easiest way in, and so far it's been pretty accurate. You can see we're basically right on top of a dome. Either side it drops off, and straight down the middle is where we're headed. Don't know how well it's coming out in the camera, guys, but walking to this amazing forested gully, probably just guessing here, maybe 15 kilometres from the coast, maybe a bit less. Loose rocks there, Adam, in case you're wondering. Oh, it's getting steep now. So this spur's turned to a bit of a scree slope, so it's quite slippery. You can see how steep it is. So I'm losing my foot sliding down the hill. Really pays to take your time through these sections. I can hear the water now, so we're getting close to the creek, which is excellent. The sun's about to pop behind the mountain on the other side, so that's a little bit less excellent, but this is awesome. Scree slope, guys. Get to watch that. Well, we just hit our first bit of thick veg, guys. We've had a pretty damn good run in so far. It's been nice and clear and open. But you can see in front of me here, the veg is starting to thicken up. So the fire must have just jumped when it came through. But just down here is a little bit of a gully. So we're just skirting that. It's really easy to get sucked into these. So always useful to stay high and contour around, which is what we're trying to do now. So guys, that's the creek we're aiming for. Looks pretty nice, but this little cliff was not on the top of maps. So it just goes to show the country can often be different than maps. Anyway, we've got to find a way down, so we're just going to have a bit of a poke around. We're going to call this cliffed out. Time to go around.
Yeah, good.
Just hit that little gully we tried to avoid earlier before, guys. But I think we're just going to have to scoot around here and find a sensible way in. It's looking doable, but all this stuff is super slippery, so just need to take your time. And then you've got big loose rocks like this, which obviously you don't want coming down on top of you, so just need to take your time, consider your options and find the safest way down. So I've just come through the creek. We ended up going back into that gully, which I showed you on the way down. But have a look where we've ended up. This just is absolutely beautiful. We came up on top of those cliffs, again not marked on the map, so gotta be careful of that, but beautiful spot. Challenge now is to find some flat ground. There could be some straight across here, or we might just walk upstream and try luck there. But yeah, we've only got half an hour of light, so we got to get going. We'll check in when we find some flat ground. Oh, this is Adam, by the way. Hi, Adam. Hey guys, well, we're wet. Been pushing up the bank for about half hour or so looking for a bit of flat ground. We've come back to a spot we actually stumbled on pretty early. So we're pretty close to where we came out of that little gully. It's getting really dark now, but there's just enough flat ground here. Everything is wet, unfortunately. But we've got some nice rock platforms, awesome waterhole over there. And yeah, I think we'll be able to manage to get a couple of tarps up and get a nice bit of flat ground. So I think we're going to call it and set up camp here. And I'm going to duck up this slope and grab some, try and grab some dry wood, because everything down here is soaked. So I'll just get a little bit to start the fire, and that'll make life a bit easier, I think. Well guys, the timber's pretty wet, so that took a bit of work. But I've just piled on lots and lots of timber. Most of it's pretty soaking wet, but I'm just hoping to dry as much out as I can. That going up on the hill there to get some dry wood really has worked. Yeah, time to find a spot to hang the tarp and get set up for the night. So guys, it's been a little bit of time since I checked in. Been mucking about with the tarp after I got the fire going. We found some relatively flat ground, so come through. This is the tarp. So I found a bit of space in between these trees. It's not ideal. I just can't maximize the tautness, but look, it's going to do for tonight. Yeah, so I've been, since our last video, I've been learning my knots. I've used a taut line hitch, just either end of the paracord. And then I've got a much better knot here with a marlin spike and a toggle. And that's got a nice, easy, quick way to secure the tarp to the ridgeline. So, look, it's not the flattest bit of ground in here, and you can see it's still pretty wet, but I think it's going to be okay. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Adam's on his beer. Look out. What do you got there, Adam?
A bent spoke crankshaft.
Ooh, giddy up. Everybody likes a IPA. If you don't, well, it's your fault. Bacon. That is dinner, guys. That is going to be bloody delicious. What do we got in here? Ooh. Ooh, hello. What are you? Imperial Chai Brown Ale. What does that say? 7.7%. Ooh, I'm a little bit excited. Oh, that is interesting. I have no idea if I actually like it or not, but that is pretty interesting. New England Brewing Co. Imperial Chai Brown Ale. I love it. It's amazing. Who was I kidding? Not spoiling anyone. It is beer o'clock. We've got here a Pirate Life Stout. We're just trying to figure out how we're gonna ration the beer. And we thought we'd decant into cups and that way we can taste all the various beers that we've brought along. There's only a couple, guys. We're not complete arcos, but that looks pretty amazing. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, man.
It's probably 300, 400 grams. It's a pretty nice bit of meat. Just got some steak spice. Looks good. Okay, time to put that on the fire. So we've got the grill set up. Got a nice bunch of coals underneath there. Just going to move this side. And because mine's heavier, I'm going to put it on that side, I think. You can see we've got some natural rock here on this side, so that's actually helping to reflect the heat. And I think this will be just a slow kind of... Ooh, hello. There's number 2. I'm actually getting very, very hungry. I haven't eaten anything for a while. And just realised how long this is going to take to cook. But yeah, life's good, guys. These are going to take a while to cook. We'll check back in later. Good on you. All right, we're steak cooking is going very... Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. That is just awesome.
You want to flip?
I think it's worth investigating the flip, yeah. Let's have a look. Let's see how the... Ooh, I think we might need to rotate first before we flip. Oh, it's a fairly indulgent chunk of steak there, guys. I'm not going to lie to you, but Adam's going to be enjoying his much sooner than I am, that's for sure. Oh, there's something to be said about cooking a bit of chunk of meat on a fire. Awesome stuff. Well, it's been a little while now. The steaks are just looking fan-bloody-tastic. Mine's up for a turn. Oh, it's looking all right. I think yours might almost be done.
Mine's up to eat.
Yeah. Dude, you should totally tuck in. Oh, no, you're going to do a little rotation first, and then we're good. Oh, sensational. Guys, I'll tell you what, for timber that was like, have a look at this. This is the same bit of wood. It is just soaking wet still. So to have a fire like this, and even this is like pretty much right on top of the fire. You can see the water coming out of it. So not unhappy with the vast amount of heat and the coals coming out of this fire, that's for sure. Good. Oh, look at that. That's looking pretty good, guys. To be honest, I've kind of lost track of time. It's just gone 8:30 actually. So we've been here for, geez, maybe three hours. It got dark we'll probably go here at 5, so 3.5 hours. But yeah, we've just been reminiscing over the fire. Tell you what, that steak is cooking up all right. It's still got a long way to go though. It's not going to be done anytime soon. Well, it is time for another beer. This is a mob from, I think they're Victoria. It's called Sailor's Grave Brewing. This is their breakfast stout. I have no idea what this is going to be like. The last beer I had from these guys was an oyster stout, and Dad said it actually had real oysters in the thing, so I had this kind of smoky aftertaste. Really strange, but yeah, these guys are pretty cool. So if you like your craft beers, check them out. Ooh, it's pretty hard when you're squeezing your legs, but I am trying to hold the camera with one hand. We're gonna decant. We're gonna continue our Whoop. Trying to do too many things here, guys.
You give me the RSL pour there.
Nothing wrong with a bit of an RSL pour. Oh, there we go. So guys, I don't mean to brag, but I think you'd agree that steak is looking bloody superb. It is sizzling nicely. I've just raked a few coals under there. Oh, and the whiff, it's smelling pretty good too. Said it a couple of times now, lost track of time. This guy is looking pretty damn good. It's copped a good scorching on that side. The other side's probably not quite as well done, but I think this is pretty much perfect. So just gonna get that on the plate. And I think that's probably gone, having a squeeze in there, probably just over medium. But that is looking pretty good. Alrighty guys, moment of truth. I have no idea how long this is on the fire for. I'm thinking it's pretty good. I'm just going to give it a little cut in. Oh yeah. Just going to go with the natural fold of the meat. That is looking pretty good. I'm going to call that medium. Maybe medium well done. But Oh, all right. We're gonna give it a taste test, just to be sure that it's not going to be terrible. That's terrible. That's horrible. It's not. It's amazing. All right. Well, we're gonna give this up and enjoy it, have a beer and chill out by the fire. So I hope your dinner is as good as this one. Well, hey guys, as you can see, it's time to turn in. It's actually probably, yeah, it's just gone 12:30, so well after midnight. It's been an awesome night, just chilling by the fire and relaxing, catching up with a good mate of mine and drinking a few beers, cooking up that awesome steak, and yeah, enjoying looking at the stars. And yeah, it's been good, but it's getting pretty cold. It's feeling really cold. Everything is pretty damp, so all the leaves, the vegetation around is still really damp. The ground's damp. Pretty much everything's damp. It is what it is, so we'll see how we go tonight. Yeah, should be pretty toasty. It's been a good night. Looking forward to seeing this awesome country in the daytime. So, all right, good on you guys. Cheers. Oh, good morning, guys. It's a pretty cold night last night, but made it through pretty good. So, just kicking back, enjoying the warm sleeping bag. Trying not to get out just yet, but the call and the urge for coffee is getting pretty strong. So I'm gonna have to go fire up the twig stove pretty soon. But for now, just enjoying the warmth, and yeah, gotta figure out what the plan is for today. I haven't really got one, so might just enjoy this spot, or might want to downstream a bit or upstream and have a poke around. So yeah, lots to think about, but none of that needs to happen right now. Well, made it out of the warm sleeping bag, so it is still pretty fresh. It's what time is it? Just gone 9:15, so it's getting on a bit. But here is the setup for the night. Make a bit more sense of it in the daylight. So I haven't got an ideal pitch just because of the way the trees are kind of in the... This is one of the better bits of flat ground here, so you kind of got to work with what you got. But that was pretty comfy sleep. This is the... I'll just take you for a wander through a little camp spot. It's awesome set of rock walls right across the creek from us. This is only maybe 100 meters from where we actually came in. So we came in just to the right of those cliffs there, up the little gully, and then we came from all the way down that spur behind that dead tree there, right up there. But oh, look at the sunlight catching the leaves and the cliffs. Awesome. Nice little rock pool too, and up there so I've just wandered down to where we were, just below where we were having a fire last night. Check out this rock pool, a water hole. I guess it's more of a water hole. That water is seriously deep. You can see where it goes dark there. So here it's really shallow, but there it just drops off. There's a cool little kind of alcove just in here. We did see a really large eel last night that was just foraging in the shallows here, and this is where the shrimp were as well, just down here. So might throw the line in later on and see if we can have any luck. My hands are frozen, guys. I can barely hold the camera, they're so cold. So time to get the stove fired up and get some coffee on the go. Took a little bit of mucking about to get the twig stove going today, but worked all right in the end. So just brought along the AeroPress today. Cheers. We've got the Bush Buddy still firing along. might notice a little... What happened to your coffee, Adam? It looks like you mucked it up a bit, mate.
I just like to be efficient with my use of space.
Anyway, we've got this little fry pan that I picked up from a outdoor gear sale. It's an Elderid, assuming it's sort of like a non-stick aluminium, but we've got some bacon. That's a fair slab of pig you got there. Oh, straight away. I can get a fair piece on. Oh, perfect. Pretty decadent breakfast, guys, but not gonna lie, looking forward to it. Oh, gonna call that good. So guys, we can't resist having a little bit of a fish while we're here. That water hole looks too good, nice and deep. It's got a good bit of structure. So we're just rigging up. We've got little telescopic fishing lines. So we're just gonna have a few casts, see what we can get, if anything. But yeah, just have a bit of fun doing it. So just rigging up now. I'm using a Tassie Devil lure. It's an Australian made lure. They're pretty popular for trout fishing and that kind of thing. I like them because they got a little bit of weight behind them, so they're easy to cast, and it should sink a little bit underwater, which is what I'm going for here. So hopefully that yields some results. Well guys, we tried fishing for maybe half hour or so. Not a bite, unfortunately. There's definitely stuff in here. I've seen things under the water moving, and we saw a big eel last night, so we know there are things in here, but just no luck. So yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, but awesome to be out here. Well, it's close to probably about lunchtime. Let's have a look, 10 to 12. So we're just gonna wander upstream and check out, do a bit of exploration. It's always cool when you're in your country to see what's about. So probably gonna walk upstream for maybe a kilometre or two, and then just poke around and see what's there and get an idea for future trips in terms of what we can do. But I think this afternoon we're just going to kick back around the campfire and relax and have a bit of fun. So yeah, get a bit of exercise in before that occurs. Well, I'm going to call it as fresh. Extremely fresh. So Mr. Adam, guys, has decided to take the high route and stay dry. I have decided to go through the water, and I'm going to be very honest, it is bloody cold. Everything's a bit numb right now, so I think Adam's probably taking the right approach. But he's going to have to get his feet wet here, so... Although now he's going to prove me wrong and just keep going around. Check out those cliffs, guys. Awesome. How's it look over there? I think I'm going to have to go down in the water and across, because this is looking not very viable and a bit sketchy. So rock's just been gouged out by the water. Yeah. Shows you the force of water, guys. This has just been carved out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's amazing what you see if you're just poking around. Have a look at that tree fan, guys. That's got to be 5 meters tall, do you reckon?
At least 5.
At least 5. That's insane. Very infrequently do you see them that big. Cool little mushroom. Well, hey guys, we've been walking for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a bit or so. We've only covered about a 1.5 kilometers, not very far, but it's been really enjoying taking our time and having a look at all the cool stuff, seeing the mushrooms and the little birds and all the interesting plants. But we've made our objective for the day, which is a confluence of 2 creeks. But yeah, blown away by just the change in vegetation and the change in scenery. Really awesome spot. Anyway, I'm getting pretty peckish, so I think it's definitely scrogging time. Maybe some noodles, I don't know, we'll see how we go. But yeah, it's been a cool day. Really enjoyed this kind of just hanging out and taking your time, not really having an objective. Not like a massive A to B kind of thing anyway, so yeah, it's good fun. Alright. Oh, sunshine, so good. So guys, just having some hot liquid to some very crunched up noodles and a bit of soup. Adam's working his magic on the old twig stove over there. Big thumbs up, skipper. Yep, love it. Lunch was good. Needed some hot food. The water's really cold, so yeah, something warm went down really well. Just been hanging out, enjoying this really cool spot. It's getting on to 2 o'clock now, so I think we'll probably just hightail it back to camp, and I think both of us are pretty keen just to relax a little bit and kick back, had the fire on a bit earlier today and just muck about. So I think yeah, we'll head back to camp and yeah, have some fun there. But been a good day so far. Fishing, bacon, coffee, exploration of this awesome creek. Yeah, loving it. All right, we'll see you back at camp. Hey guys, well we made it back to camp. Just been kicking back a little while. We've done a bit of a firewood run, so got a nice cheery camp scene. Also, pretty awesome thing happened. I realised I had a whole bag of salt and vinegar peanuts. So, you know, that's good. Yeah, we've just been kicking back and relaxing, so I think I might make some good old Australian damper. But I'm going to do it with a bit of a twist. I've got 1 can of Stout left from last night, so I'm going to do a bit of Stout damper. I've done it once before, but that was kind of the old alfoil bake it in the coals method. This time I want to see if I can do the old wrap it around a stick and cook it over the coals method. So it's going to be a bit of fun. Who knows, it might be terrible. It might end up like my kebab the other week, which got a little bit too close to the coals, but it's going to be fun. Alrighty guys, so I've got my pot, which I'm going to use to make this. In here I've got 2 cups of flour. I'm using mostly self-raising flour, but I ran out, so there is a little bit of plain flour in there. I have also got a pinch of salt. Oh, something very good about that sound.
It's a struggle to pour it in.
Oop, I shouldn't leave that one. Shouldn't leave that one too close to Adam. It might
put it next to me.
Might disappear. I'm just going to work the stout in. Sous chef, if you wouldn't mind just pouring a little bit more stout in, that'd be excellent. So this is pretty simple recipe, guys. Flour, salt, and stout. Just going to use a little bit of water too, mostly because I want to drink some stout. Should be enough there for 2 little bits of bread on a stick. I really don't want to work the flour too much. Just looking to combine it. So this is a pretty easy way to make bread. I've always wanted to try it. I've never actually got around to doing it. So now we've got a couple of hours to kick around by the fire. why not? You can see I've just worked this into 2 small patches of dough. So we're going to do 1 each. Alright guys, moment of truth. Pretty excited to be honest. So I've got my little little bowl of bread. And I don't quite know the best way to wrap it around. So I might just, what do you reckon, Flano? Sausage it and wrap it around?
Yeah. Yep, looking pretty good.
So just going to try and get that a little bit consistent. We have been deploying our superior bushcraft skills. As you can see, this is a very complicated project where we've got 3 sticks and a bit of paracord. And now, if all goes to plan, we lay the bread. Now, that's just sitting on the tripod. So I've got no idea how long this is going to take to cook, or I guess we can rotate it fairly easily on the stick. Adam's taking a bit of a different approach. He's got a fork which he's whittled away, and now he's squishing his down on there. Adam's got the El Natural wedge it into a stick approach, and I think that's going to work pretty well. Probably more than it's worth, to be honest. I've got no idea how long it's been on here for, but oh yeah, ultra close up of the stout bread on a stick over a fire. Let's have a close up on Adam's too. Not too shabby. It's got a bit of a flambola going on there.
Yeah, I think I need to do a bit of a shift. That flame is a new development.
So guys, I'm gonna give mine maybe another 5-10 minutes, and I'm gonna call it good. So guys, Adam's gonna turn the billy into an oven. He's conceded defeat. His method was suboptimal, and now he's righting past wrongs by putting it in the billy. Don't you dare try and hang it off my bloody breadstick. You probably could co-leverage the tripod.
Let's have a look.
Folks, it could be about to go horribly pear-shaped. Damn, that's a sturdy tripod. We didn't do a very good job of building it, so I'm surprised. Awesome. This is good fun, guys. It's smelling and looking pretty good. It has got a little bit darker on that side, but that's not going to be an issue. Adam's is hanging nicely in the billy, but yeah, I'm gonna say this one is good to go. All right, moment of truth. I'm just gonna break a little bit off. Oh, that's pretty good. Help yourself, mate. So I was thinking this would probably work quite nicely in the damper. Not an endorsement for said brand of delicious hazelnut spread, but I'm going to give it a go. It's really as bad as you think it would be. Oh. Alright guys, the billy bread unveil. Let's have a look-see. And the lid has defeated him. Ooh, looks pretty good.
Yes, it does.
Time for some hazelnut spread. That is one happy camper, guys. Ooh, yeah. Hey again guys, well I've just been hanging out. Can I just say, Stout damper on a stick, and in a billy can as it turns out, is pretty damn good. Especially when you apply a little bit of chocolate hazelnut spread. Winner. Just want to thank you for sticking around and joining us on this journey. It's been a pretty cool day, really enjoyed it. Lots of cool stuff, and yeah, now just enjoying some R&R, and the fire is putting out some nice warm glows. Just a little while ago we chucked in a bone from my steak into the water in the hope of seeing an eel, so we're just going to walk down to the water and see if we can spot something. It turns out we have got an eel. Pretty sure there's a little galaxid, guys. There's some little shrimp here, which I tried to get on film yesterday. There's a couple of them. They're tiny, guys. They're maybe 2 or 3 centimeters long. I've spent many nights by creeks and rivers in this part of the world, and I've never seen these shrimp before.
So just poked his head over the top. Need to see what was that.
That was cool. I don't know if you saw that, guys, so the eel just poked his head over the rock ledge. It's been a really good night. Relaxed by the fire, had the Stout bread as you saw, did some exploration of the torches in the river, saw some cool stuff. The eel was pretty awesome. Just chilling out and eating some good food and enjoying a little glass of wine and a cup of tea at the end of the night. So it's been good. Last night was really cold, so I'm in my thermals now, as opposed to having to do it later on at about 5 in the morning, which is what happened yesterday. Alright, until the morning. Good night, guys. Good morning, guys. Well, it's the last day. It's nearly 8 o'clock. It's pretty cold. It rained a little bit last night. There's I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so of light rain, so nothing too bad. But yeah, just trying to pack up now. But it looks pretty nice. It's blue skies. So this part of the creek valley, it doesn't get a lot of sunlight, so it stays pretty cold, and I guess that's why it's wet all the time. It has this amazing vegetation and stands of myrtle and other sorts of things growing here, which is great. But yeah, it's a cold place to sleep, that's for sure. One of the less awesome parts of getting your feet wet when you're walking through creeks is it's just impossible to dry off your socks and your shoes, and so you always have wet feet. And putting on cold socks on a cold morning, oh, it's not pretty. Oh, the boots are still sopping wet too. I did try for I don't know, probably a good hour last night to dry the socks and the boots by the fire. It never works. Alright, coffee time. What's that deer one you were working on? Hey guys, check this out. I was just putting my gaiters on, and that is a little scorpion. Glad I saw it. It's pretty tiny. He's only thumbnail size. I'm not too sure. I'm sure it would probably give you a nasty sting, but I don't think they're overly dangerous here. But I don't know that for sure, so I'm not taking any chances. How's my hat hair? Oh, that is some good beanie hair. We're all packed up. Almost. Ads is looking pretty good. Well, he's not looking good, but he's almost packed up, and that's pretty good. So we're going to walk on out of here, just behind where the sun is hitting those trees. We've got to climb up there, and then basically follow that spur all the way back to the car. So it shouldn't take us more than an hour or so. It is going to be pretty steep in parts, remember, from coming down. Time to go, guys. This is where I was hunkered down. Looks a bit different now without the tarps and Ads was over here. Just over there. Now it's time to climb out. Hit the little confluence, so we're going to take this side creek up and then contour up through the gully. So let's do it. Check out that gum tree, guys. I've never seen a knot quite like that before. Well guys, we're about half the elevation up and 1/3 the distance, but I think that's the hardest part done. So just gonna climb up this spur back to the car. Easy, hey? Cool little termite mine. Well, not so little actually. These are pretty common out here. It's taken many years for the termites to build this up, probably because of the old tree stump there. And they're slowly working their way in the stick, which is falling onto it. It's not far to go, guys, but it's pretty much all uphill. So yeah, getting a good sweat up here, that's for sure. It's been a tough slog out, but we did it in just under an hour, so it's just shy of 11 o'clock now. Pretty happy with that. Ads, it's been good walking with you again, mate.
Good one, mate.
Good one. Alright guys, well, not sure when the next video will be, but I'm sure there will be one. So yeah, thanks again heaps for watching. Really appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.